Hi everyone and welcome back to Chess for Charity. In this position, Black played the move Queen to A6, threatening Queen F1 mate. White in this position resigned the game. They didn't want to move their queen away to allow this mate, and they didn't want to trade to go into a losing endgame. So they decided to resign. This turned out to be the ultimate blunder because they resigned in a winning position. White has a win here. Take a second, see if you can find it. While you're considering the answer really quickly, let me encourage you to subscribe if you have not yet already. Half of the income that I earn in this channel goes directly to charity, so every like, every subscriber, every channel member, everything helps out so much, and half of it goes to charity. All right, let's get started here. So like I said, they played Queen A6, and I'm looking at F1. There's not a convenient way for this queen to defend F1. So if they just move away, just as hypothetically, that's mate. That's the whole idea. So if they trade, then this is a winning endgame for Black. Just be careful. It's kind of funny. It's White to move. So let's just say they check you. Don't get greedy and take this pawn, because that's how you lose. That's mate, by the way. So you got to be a little careful, but yeah, this is a winning endgame for Black. So in this position, I should show the variation. After takes, the engine suggestion is either G5 or Rook C6, guarding against this mate threat. So keep that in mind. So White saw that this was an endgame they didn't want to go down. So after this move, they said, all right, I'll throw in the towel. I lost. But they had a win. Can you believe it? I'll give you one last chance to pause if you want to. I'm about to show the answer. So now that I'm telling you there's a win, obviously you look for it. The first move that you should kind of think about is not to look at this queen tension, but instead looking at checks, captures, and attacks, right? That's usually what you do. Well, you have a check in the air. Does it lead anywhere? Well, let's look at it. Check. There's only one move for Black that I have to take, right? Because this isn't legal and that's not legal. Now let me ask you, in this position, what can you do? Well, if you take this pawn with the knight, it's discovered check, sure, but your queen is hanging. Do you care about that? The answer, surprisingly, is no. You can take this, and this is a check, and your queen is completely hanging. They can take your queen. But if they do, knight f6 is mate. So it's very likely that White just overlooked this idea. So the winning move is g4. And let's look at the other variations. So take, you have to take this. What if they play g5 instead of taking your queen? What's the move here? Well, it should be kind of obvious, right? This weakness is now exposed, this diagonal. Well, this queen on b5 has access to that diagonal. Boom, check. They have to block. And I love this mate. Knight f6 mate again, only now the knight can't be taken in any way because of this pin. Super cool. So it's common. I have this playlist called The Ultimate Blunder, which is when you resign in a winning position. That's the winning position that was resigned in. I should also note that after they block, after you take with the knight, they could interpose with this rook, but that does not change anything at all, because you might think there's no square to reach, but that's totally fine because now I'm up a lot of material. So take. The engine is suggesting a check here, just to kind of carry out the variation. I'll share it. Check. King g3. So the engine's saying keep checking. But you get the queen back, and sure, you can do a lot of checking. This is what the engine suggests. I think most people could win this pretty easily. Right? This knight, just guard the base point, get it moving, start attacking some things, hop around. Shouldn't be too bad. right? The engine's saying h4 is the best move to start. Yeah, not bad. I'm looking at like knight here. I'm sure against Stockfish I'll end up drawing this somehow. But yeah, that's the idea. So it's a really clever idea to throw this rook in to say, hey, I don't want this pattern to happen with this diagonal. But unfortunately, it just doesn't do enough. Yeah. So queen f5 in this position, scary. What do you have to do? You have to come back, just take or check and take. Either way, that's a win. So that's pretty much it. In this position, can you believe it? They resigned in a winning position. So this is a lesson, hopefully, that anytime you're about to resign, just give one last look at the forcing moves, see if there's any last hope. I feel like there are a lot of cases like this in my own games where just blitz and bullet games where I'll be down like a knight or something and I'll end up winning just because of these crazy positions. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, please subscribe, all that great stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.